welcome everybody. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button.
I remember in middle school when you felt self-conscious if you were the last one to go through puberty. That really went topsy-turvy, didn't it?
Sometimes the house a lot is too much explaining yourself and it's too apologetic.
Be sure to hit the notification bell.
I actually do believe Israel won't just bomb countless civilians.
Be sure to tweet this out. Be sure to put this up on your Facebook.
You have to be kind to people. Being kind is the guys in this mess in the first place.
You can put this up on your Reddit.
Chile is a country.
Be sure to cut and paste, a link to this to go into your favorite Facebook chat group.
It's good to see so many normal people in here.
Now, spanking isn't just my deep, dark personal secret. It's America's deep, dark secret.
I've never seen it explained so simply anywhere.
Put this on WhatsApp. Put this on Telegram. Put this on your favorite messenger app.
Hello and welcome to the Untitled Anarchist Seagull channel. I'm your host, an Untitled Anarchist Seagull called Elise. And I just saw something, like literally just the second before I went on here, and I wanted to share it with you over in Blue Sky from somebody I'm not familiar with. She got retweeted into my feed. Seems worth sharing. It's from someone called Carolina. Masked ICE thugs attempted to abduct the school nurse at Cook Elementary School, located in the densely populated Adams-Morgan section of D.C. Workers at the school intervened, demanding a warrant and holding up their phones, and ICE scurried off without making their arrest. ICE then issued a statement that they weren't there to actually detain anybody. This is clearly contradicted by videos, witnesses, and a statement by DCPS headquarters. ICE was there for an abduction, people ran out and confronted them, so they left. There was a march and community meeting in Adams-Morgan afterwards, but school workers, parents, and kids are shaken. Imagine how scary it would be to see your school nurse get kidnapped by violent thugs. I mention this because that's all it took to get these assholes to leave with their tails between their legs. Just a bunch of people confronting them, filming them, and demanding to see any proof that they had any right to be there at all. And they just scurried off and said, oh, we weren't actually planning on taking anyone. Like, then why the fuck were you there? Seriously. But, okay, so I just wanted to share that. Now, I watched a really interesting video by Noah Samsen talking about the pro-genocide YouTubers like Ethan Klein and fucking Destiny, and I think there was somebody else in there too, but those are the two I remember the most. And what I find interesting is he made an observation towards the end of it. He said when he does videos that are just to do with what's going on in Gaza, hardly anyone he doesn't get all that many views on them. When he talks about Gaza but uses influencer drama as a framing device, on the other hand, it does numbers. Completely unrelated to this, we're gonna spend today watching pro-genocide YouTuber Ethan Klein burn through some fuel rods because of Noah Samsen's accurate characterization of him as a pro-genocide YouTuber. Just because, which he says he's absolutely not. Remember, he's a stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause. I don't know why I'm making him sound like Jimmy Stewart. Even though he, promotes every bit of discredited pro-Israel propaganda. But, yeah, there you go. And in this regard, I'd like to just mention another project that I've just begun working on. I'm putting together a chronology of the journalistic investigations into Israel's claims about the 7th of October. The idea of it is to have a reference that allows you to say, basically, when something, the exact date on which a claim became completely untenable. So you can go back and say, what somebody, like a journalist or a politician, public figure like that, if they were, exercising just a minimum of due diligence, would have to know about a particular claim and when they would have to know it. So I've just begun on that, and yeah, that, I don't know, that just comes to mind because so many of the things that fucking Ethan Klein says about October 7th and the Palestinians are just such crap. And they were just debunked so long ago that it's kind of useful to actually know just for how long it's been discredited. But here we go. This is Noah Samsen is fucked! Ethan's tattoo. Famous birthday disaster. Failed traffic, small talk, and ordering food. Talking to Hunger FF. Food is here. The Noah Samsen situation. This is his whole stream. So I'm gonna skip over. All of that because what I really want to talk about is how Ethan Klein is pissed off about having somebody point out where he stands but is too cowardly to own.
Hey, there it is.
Okay,
Let's
here we
talk
go.
about it one thing at a time here. Let's just go down the list. Here's my stories. I've become famous for my Instagram stories.
Yeah, I mean, for better or worse.
This is going too far. There is a pic of me and others in thumbnail saying I support genocide and a direct call for violence against it. What direct call for violence? What fucking direct call for violence? I mean, now I'm gonna have to look at this thumbnail. Okay, hang on. No, okay, Noah Samsen. What does this thumbnail actually say? Because I don't remember seeing a direct call for violence. Yeah, okay. There's no fucking call for violence. It just says the YouTubers who backed a genocide. And it's them against the background of the devastation in Gaza and an Israeli flag standing in the middle of it. And they're all having a good old time. That's all it is. There's absolutely no call for violence. Like, what the fuck is he even talking about? There's no call for anything.
Yeah, I mean, true. Yeah, so this guy, Noah Samsen, he made a video last week called YouTubers Who Support Genocide. This dude is a complete... I'm trying to think of the most accurate way to describe him.
I mean, he said things that a lot of people have quite pointed out, and you're just too cowardly to own it.
I mean, this is a guy who wants a revolution, but he wants other people to do it for him.
Citation needed. Like, I mean, this is wild because I really don't watch Noah Samsen. The one time I actually saw something of his, he was talking about like the toxicity of a lot of debate streamers, and it really pissed off Xanderhole, who we haven't heard from in a little bit. But, you know, and that was a good video. I quite liked it. I thought he made good points in it. And then I just kind of, you know, how you have like books that you want to read and you forget about them. And I have like YouTube creators who's like, oh, it looks interesting. And then I've got a million other things that I'm doing. So I haven't watched him. But then this showed up and it's like, okay, he's actually, you know, this looks quite good. And I watched it, and it was really good. He absolutely is on firm ground with what he said.
Hack. He sits there and pretends like he's a revolutionary. He's got a fucking sponsor on this video. He literally, let me pull this up here, you guys. Let me show you what happened.
the bag, dude.
Yeah, you gotta get that back for sure. He's gonna fund the revolution, right? For sure. Why am I here? I didn't mean to go to his Instagram. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing anything to do with a sponsor, actually. I mean, does he just mean that he had Google AdSense on? Wow, I mean, he lives in this society, and he wants to improve the society. Cue the meme. Hey, Riveroon. Wait. Oh, that's me. That's me buffering. Thought that was him buffering.
He literally, let me pull this up here, you guys. Let me show you what happened.
the bag, dude.
Yeah, you gotta get that back for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're excellent videos, the ones I've seen.
Why am I here? I didn't mean to go to Instagram. Okay, so this man, I'm front and center, of course. I am the king of this shit.
Well, you are. Despite the fact that actually fucking Destiny is much more willing to own where he stands, whereas you do this thing where you claim to be pro-Palestinian and then you tell all sorts of anti-Palestinian propaganda bullshit. Is there a better there we go, that's better. This is blurry, it's giving me a headache.
Flipped through a catalog of destroyed images of Gaza till he found the perfect one. He's like, oh, this is the one that I can...
Yeah, I mean, it is an excellent choice. He's got this fucking... Yeah, the drama framing, hey, I don't give a shit. If the drama framing helps get this stuff in front of people... I mean, first of all, I think there is, like, bullshit drama and there is stuff that is a real issue. And when you have people in this space, you know, on these platforms... who are just promoting genocidal propaganda. I mean, I don't think that's just like some bullshit slop drama to call them out on it and point out how full of shit they are. But one thing, I'm just looking at the video thumbnails, and I do not actually see any call for violence there.
Utilized the most. And then added a fucking... The genocide support YouTubers respond...
Yeah, I mean...
And this fucking guy, join Proton Mail, use my free link.
Wait, that's not a sponsor, that's an affiliate link that he stuck in his fucking... in a description. Wait, who cares?
That's a fucking advert right at the top, man.
So? Like, wait, that's what this is gonna be about? Yeah, he advertises Proton Mail. I mean, I recommend it too. It's end-to-end encrypted. That's nice. And the servers aren't located in the U.S., which seems wise.
If this, they say it's a Holocaust, it's a genocide, it's the worst thing, right? It's horrible. I'm not disagreeing. But if he did...
Oh, wait, you're not disagreeing. Because it sounded, I mean, I have to say, I've sat through quite a bit of what Ethan has said, and it hasn't exactly sounded like he's agreeing, like he's avoided calling it any of those things.
Feel that way, I would, like, if you were like, hey man, I'm doing a video about the Holocaust, would you really put a link? Fucking like ads?
Yeah, I mean, when Steven Spielberg made Schindler's List, yeah, I mean, do you think he got paid off of that? So yeah, I mean, everybody did that for free, I'm sure. Like, guess what? People want to get paid for their fucking work.
Me personally, yes.
Yeah, you would. That's why I love it.
Yeah, yeah, because like fucking people need money. That isn't... He didn't, like, interrupt a video about the genocide to say, and speaking of devastation, you'll be devastated if you miss out on these great deals, or something like that. It's an affiliate link in the fucking description. I didn't even notice it was there.
But, like, some topics are too serious. But, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I agree. I just find it interesting that it is a way to circumvent the algorithm. You know? Because I'm all about circumventing the algorithm, because the algorithm is bullshit, and the algorithm hates us.
Of him just flipping through the rubble of Gaza to look for a fucking good thumbnail. Like, that's kind of callous and weird.
Would you say that's more callous or less callous, Ethan, than promoting debunked propaganda about October 7th in order to justify the genocide, while at the same time being so cowardly that you can't even own it, and so you pretend to be a stalwart supporter of the Palestinians, and point out that one time you donated a few bucks to a fucking Palestinian charity?
Yeah, so when he doesn't make a video basically defaming a bunch of random YouTubers.
They're not random YouTubers. You're not random. There's a reason you're on that list. It wasn't an accident. Random YouTubers. Yeah, he just sort of flipped through at random and he found Ethan Klein. Isn't that so weird?
He gets no views. His video from...
Well, yeah, actually, he made this observation in the genocide supporting YouTubers responded. He said himself, when he did this video about manufacturing consent for genocide, where it was just a straight thing about the genocide, he got 124,000 views, which I guess, if you're a big YouTuber, that's not many views. If I got 124,000 views, I'd be like, what the fuck just happened? I would actually think that maybe YouTube was glitching. But then if you look at the two videos where he frames it in terms of pointing out and calling out these propagandists on YouTube, one of them got 807K and the other got 897K, it looks like, or is that 397K?
9 days ago has 120,000. The YouTubers who backed the genocide, which was the first one, he has me, Lonerbox, Tom, Dark, Muda, and Destiny in the thumbnail. And once again, he's flexing on the rubble. He's like,
oh, no, he's not flexing on the rubble. He's showing what you have helped make. He's showing, like, that's the point. The whole point. I love how he's, like, having to pretend not to understand very, very basic, obvious iconography. It's like, this is clearly like a play on the Tony Blair photo where he's like grinning into his phone as explosions are happening in the background. That's like, that is the genre this is in. And the whole point is all these guys are having a grand old time. And well, you look at the way Gaza is, well, in the genocide that they pretend isn't happening, while at the same time making propaganda to justify. Like,
this rubble, Ethan's pointing at it.
Yeah.
If Destiny was my roommate, I get him laid all the time.
I know it, man. So he got 800,000 on this one, which is a lot of views for him. He's not a very talented creator.
Oh, 397. He's not a very talented creator, you see. I mean, I don't know, like, technically, maybe, there are people who are better at technical skills, but I thought he did a very good job with both of them, actually. 397,000, yeah.
And you'll see if you watch his videos, so... And then he's continued to...
You found out he's a great editor, though.
He's a terrible editor, in fact, actually.
Yeah, well...
No, that's my... I'll leave all the rest of this to you. This is your fight, but when we get
Wow, that's... that... So even his, like, pet goblin dude there doesn't want to join him in this. I wouldn't want to join him either, pet goblin dude. I totally get it. Solidarity, critical solidarity with PGD there. I would also, if I were in this position that he's in, I would also be saying, Ethan, this is your shit. I'm not going to get into it.
The editing section.
You can contribute there. Denial and deflection. So his new one came out, and it's getting him more views, which is good. This guy, anytime it comes to like cite an actual source, he goes, "Watch Bad Empanada for more details." Like he consistently.
It isn't hard to find actual sources for this stuff, unlike your fucking claims, which there are no sources for.
Sends it off to like the most deranged lunatic on the left as like a trusted source of information, but he essentially he does the bad empanada doctrine. He just says the
What is the bad empanada doctrine?
most inflammatory thing, the most inflammatory title.
That was not inflammatory. It was just a matter of fact statement. You're a genocide supporter. I mean, if you weren't so fucking cowardly, you would own it, and you would probably be happier. You'd be just as big a scumbag, but you'd probably be happier.
And the thing is with these leftists, the truth doesn't matter. Hypocrisy doesn't matter. Nothing matters. All they want is to feel righteous and angry and to point like I mean at the end.
You mean sort of like a guy who does a content nuke video on a creator he's pissed off at, and all he can come up with is just a combination of things that aren't actually bad and stuff that's just a lie? Oh, Noah does have sources listed. I didn't actually... I'm bad about looking at the description of things unless somebody specifically draws my attention to there being something good in the description that I want to see.
At the end of the day, let's say that I do back a genocide. Let's say. I mean...
You do.
I don't. There's no evidence I don't. I do.
Yeah, oh, that's very Freudian of you. Yeah, there is no evidence he doesn't. I mean, if we take support to simply mean providing material support, which includes propaganda support for the genocide, he's absolutely... He may, in his heart of hearts, which I don't give a shit about, think that this is somehow not pro-genocide. But if you are... If it's 1942... and you're doing a radio show for German audiences, and you deep down are very much against, like, you know, what the Nazis are doing to Jews and stuff like that, but you keep on crediting the stuff that's in Der Stürmer and spreading it, it doesn't fucking matter what's in your heart of hearts. In the reality of realities, you're supporting the genocide.
The only evidence he showed in his first video, by the way, that I back a genocide, is that he said I collaborate with Destiny.
Well, you do. I mean, that's fairly well
collaborator with Destiny because I pulled a few memes from his subreddit.
And in fact, he did all sorts of... I mean, like, pretty much all of his material on Hassan was taken from Destiny.
That's literally all he had to justify me being a fucking genocider. I mean,
no, it fucking wasn't. It's a long video. He went into detail. He pointed out all the fucking propaganda lies that you were pointing out there, that you were spruiking. I mean, about October 7th, trying to, like, deny the Nakba or, like, trivialize and obfuscate it, like, and never once called it a genocide. See, and to me, that's really telling at this point. Like, somebody who says they're on side with the Palestinians and won't say, because, you know, Ethan does claim to be a stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause, except that he wants apartheid. Like, he wants a two-state solution, which is literally apartheid. But he won't just say, but he decides to focus on some shit about Hassan rather than focusing on the genocide. I mean, that doesn't sound great.
I'll watch the clip where he says, he lays out his whole argument. Actually, in the beginning...
It isn't a clip, it's a whole fucking video that is almost entirely about you, Ethan. You want to show us his whole argument? You're gonna have to show us the whole video.
This one. But, like, even if that's true, let's say, which it's not.
Of course.
How does this help Gaza?
Okay, so how does it help Gaza? It doesn't directly, but it actually helps reduce harm, because if you expose people who are promoting genocidal propaganda at the same time as claiming to be on side with Palestinians, which is, hello, Phoenix Rising, good to see you. I mean, that is the most insidious shit you can do in this situation, is pretend you're totally down with Palestine, but, and then every other word that comes out of your mouth is genocidal Israeli propaganda. That is insidious. And the amount of, one of the big things that does have to happen in order to break through the manufactured consent for this genocide is to expose that propaganda and to expose the people who are promoting it. So, in a very indirect way, it does potentially help. It helps because it gets in the way of people who are hurting, like Ethan Klein.
Like, how does this help the fucking people in Gaza right now who are under a 2-week blockade, who haven't.
It's not a 2-week blockade. It is a It is not. It's more like a 17-month blockade. Like they never. Oh God! Well, good luck on your hearing. I hope that comes out the way you want it to. I know how fucking stressful that can be. A good friend of my mother's was fighting them for years. So, really, touch wood that comes out well. Okay, what was he saying there?
In Gaza right now, who are under a 2-week blockade.
It's not a 2-week blockade because the thing is, Israel never actually complied with the ceasefire. They never actually let most of the things that they had agreed to let in. And then, rather than moving on to the second phase of the ceasefire, as they had agreed to do, they just cut off all supplies, all humanitarian supplies, to the Palestinians in Gaza. They had not actually really had a chance to stock up in the meantime, mind you. So actually, this isn't just 2 weeks. This is the previous 17 months of starvation blockade.
Who haven't had like resources or food or water or anything sent in there in 2 weeks.
Who's stopping them, Ethan? Who's preventing that from getting in there? And it's, again, not 2 weeks.
From this blockade. How does this help them? Like, and the answer, of course, is that it doesn't. And he's and of course,
because I mean, this is what Ethan cares about. Ethan really cares about the people in Gaza. That's why he does what he does.
The answer is that this is a drama slop video that he's doing for attention and money, because it doesn't materially help the people of Gaza. He's not donating any of the money. He's certainly fucking fully commercializing them.
No, I mean, no, he actually isn't. And, I mean, I don't know what he does with the money or not. I don't even know how much money he actually makes off of these things. I mean, 379k views, I imagine you get something off of that. I don't fucking know. It's probably demonetized because it's about the genocide.
He's putting ads. He's putting fucking ads on this.
No, he didn't.
Like,
he put an affiliate link in the description. That's it.
The least he could do is donate the money he makes on these to, like, some Gaza charity. He should. He honestly
How much money have you donated to aid to Palestine, Ethan? Because I have a feeling you've probably... Considering that he has household staff, I'm guessing that he's probably got more disposable income than Noah.
Or at a minimum, like 10% of the revenue from this video will go, you know?
Like,
I mean, that's like phoning it in, but even that...
Okay, well, what percentage of the revenue from this video, Ethan?
Even
at a minimum.
I mean, listen, if you're going to use the rubble of Gaza in your thumbnail, you should donate the money. You should do that. These two videos, you should not keep the money. At least be consistent on that.
Well,
prove that you're not a total fucking hack who's doing this for attention and money.
In fact, he actually pointed out in the video that's got Ethan so fucking pissed off that a big part of the reason that he is framing it the way he's framing it is that it actually gets views for content about the genocide in Gaza. Because, again, as Ethan himself noticed, if you look at the video that just is called Manufacturing Consent for Genocide, and is just about, like, the propaganda system, I haven't watched it, but just judging from the thumbnail, is about, like, the propaganda that's being used to manufacture that consent, that did not do anywhere near as well as these two other videos that are also very much about the genocide, about the facts about what's going on in Gaza, but are framed in terms of, like, shit about talking shit about influencers.
Because at the end of the day, who benefits from these videos? Do the people of Gaza? No. Do they? I mean, can you think of one conceivable way that you could even argue that the people of Gaza benefit from these?
Well, they expose your punk ass, Ethan. I think that's not a bad idea. When you expose genocidal propagandists, that helps.
Videos. Meanwhile, I'll tell you who does benefit from these videos. Noah Samsen, who's making money. He's getting subscribers. He's getting kudos. Good job. So let's see.
Wait, okay, so the argument here is that people like his videos? That's why we're supposed to be opposed to this?
Noah Samsen came up huge. He put sponsors. He got paid. Great. Gaza, still fucked. Does nothing to help them.
Well, what are you doing to help them, Ethan? I mean, you really don't get to make this criticism. See, if he were an actual pro-Palestinian YouTuber, and he were calling, Noah Samsen out because Noah Samsen was whatever the bullshit is. I don't know. For all I know, he is donating some of it. For all I know, I don't even know what kind of money he actually makes off of these. I also have a feeling that YouTube probably demonetizes this content precisely for the same reason their algorithm throttles it. Throttles? Oh, that apartment sounds like a definite improvement. I mean, and just not being around people who are actually psychologically browbeating you is definitely, that's gotta be an improvement.
So, I mean, just like in a terms of just looking at what's been accomplished, I mean...
You disappointed Ethan, Noah. Can you live with yourself? Ethan is very disappointed in you.
It's just pathetic. And we'll get into that, but yeah. Just to give a little background. So in his new video, there's a clip of him. Let me pull it. Because I'm referencing this clip, and I think I showed it, a video of it here, of when he was saying the
Okay, the way this is set up, that is such a weird still, because it looks like Loserbox is stalking him. Like there's like a mirror or a window into his room, and Loserbox is sitting here looking down his neck or something.
Yeah, here. So this is a clip from his newest video that I thought was like you guys watch this and we'll talk about it.
People living in the West have the most power over anyone else in the world to stop the genocide. We are living in the belly of the beast. We have direct geographical, physical access to the politicians, the propagandists, the weapons companies, and the supply chains that are...
I mean, okay, so every single thing he's saying here is absolutely right. And I mean, I would especially point out the supply chains. That's important. Because those supply chains are vital to the genocidal campaign. Without the supply chains, it can't happen.
Are facilitating this genocide. Protesting is great. We should keep doing that. But also, I feel like we have to be honest with ourselves. 17 months in, and what is protesting actually accomplished? Raising awareness, sure. Divestment, yeah, in some places. But really, politically, materially, nothing. Israel just...
Yeah, I mean, everything you just said is true. Like... What's your problem with this, Ethan? I mean, it isn't even just Noah saying this. Like, literally anyone who is opposing this genocide in the West, who has a lick of honesty about it, and self-awareness is saying, yeah, we have not managed to do the thing we set out to do, and this is too important not to achieve it. This is not a situation where failure is an option.
The most children in its history in a single night with total impunity, with a deafening silence among...
Oh, it's interesting how he's leaving out. He's got Notepad in there, and he's omitting things. We in the West have direct physical access to the propagandists. That's not actually what he said. And he left out the bit about the record-breaking number of Palestinian children murdered in a single night, too. Interesting.
The Western media. If we want this genocide to stop, it's time to escalate. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, yes.
Oh, that's interesting. He didn't want to... He also did not want to type the word genocide when he's just quoting Noah.
You can lay it out very easily, one sentence at a time. It's quite clear. We in the West have direct physical access to...
Well, you skipped over a lot of sentences there, though, Ethan.
A bunch of people, including the propagandists, after just labeling...
Me in the thumbnail, by the way, being labeled specific.
Well, you are one of the propagandists. You're not one of the main propagandists, but you are one of them.
Hey, real quick, I was laughing because I thought that was a Zach's sound drop. Who was the little guy in the corner?
That's Lonerbox. And shout out to...
Who's the little guy in the corner?
Lonerbox. He's been doing really good coverage of this. And
Oh, wow. Not that Ethan's a genocide supporter, but he thinks that Loserbox has been doing really, really good coverage of this.
I think he is a very measured and great voice in this conflict.
Ooh, he's a measured in grade voice. See, Noah, I mean, not Noah, Ethan, if you're going to say that you're not a genocide supporter, maybe you shouldn't be talking about what a great job another genocide supporting YouTuber has done.
But at any rate, yeah.
Bunch of people, creators, propagandists. What does protesting achieve? Well, some things, but overall, basically nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it really has not achieved anything, except, I mean, in the U.S., what it's done is the Democrats went from, dismissing the idea of a ceasefire out of hand to pretending they supported a ceasefire, even though they very clearly did not. I mean, and that's where this is.
If we want this to stop, we need to escalate. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, if you had a clear vision for what needs to be done to stop the genocide, you would say it.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I would not be surprised. Maybe he doesn't have a clear vision. Maybe he also is not wanting to restrict other people's visions. Because we need a lot of people coming up with a lot of different ideas. Everybody, everybody coming up with different ways that they can actually get in the way of the gears of this genocide machine. And you wouldn't want to, prejudice one thing in favor of another. Or maybe he can't think of anything specific. Which, I mean, honestly, I can understand that. Because, and there's also the fact that maybe you don't want to get done for incitement or something like that.
Because you want to direct your audience into something fruitful. Unless the thing you want your audience to do is against TOS. Criminal.
Well, yeah.
Violent.
Yeah, except that what's against TOS is a very fluid thing. And, yeah, I mean, the thing is that actually, if you're going to disrupt the supply chain of genocide, you are going to be doing some things that are probably going to run afoul of a few laws. By definition. So yeah, he can't... Loserbox's issue is that he is trying to avoid his video getting taken down because somebody like Loserbox reports him for supposedly advocating something illegal? Shut the fuck up, Loserbox.
Sure. He's calling for people to do something that he is too cowardly to say himself.
Well, no, he's saying that people need to escalate. That can mean a whole lot of things.
He's calling for people to do dirty work for him.
His dirty work. Yeah, he's the fucking... He's the string puller in the background, and we're all but his puppets. Seriously, Loserbox?
That's what this is. It is unambiguously a call for violence. Okay?
No, it isn't unambiguously a call for violence. It means we need to do more than we're already doing. That's all that says. That is not unambiguously a call for violence.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Shut the fuck up.
He doesn't want to spoil his cute little
you
life.
gotta move the box. I'm covering.
That's some
Yeah, I'm
advanced
figuring out how to do that.
What can I do here to help?
You could just go full screen on it.
I mean, it was full screen. It is.
Oh, that's Loserbox dishonestly transcribing.
I meant Lena, but...
Yeah, you can go full screen.
And Loserbox, too, cannot bring himself, even when he's quoting somebody else, to type the word genocide. How fucking pathetic.
It's fine. I don't need to see me.
Here, I think... No.
Wait, Ethan's got somebody in his chat called Akiva Merkava. Their name is after the tank that is being used to, blast fucking holes in Palestinians' homes and shit. That is the iconic Israeli tank model. Not that he's, pro-genocide or anything.
This one. Oh, this one. I got it.
He doesn't want to fuck his income and ruin the little cushy career that he's got a hold of. He doesn't want to do that. He wants other people to fuck up their lives.
No. That's... The thing is, you actually have to get your appeal out there. If you want to use your platform to get people to start thinking about what more we can do, you have to make sure that actually gets out over the platform. Like, nothing is served by getting your fucking channel taken down, because then nobody sees the fucking thing. And how the fuck do you get off calling somebody cowardly in the first place, Loserbox? Because you are for the genocide, but too fucking cowardly to just come right out and say it. So you just do propaganda for Israel like Ethan does.
And get thrown in jail or whatever else for him. He wants other people to be Luigi or fucking what's his face.
Well, that's because you need lots of people to be doing this. It isn't just one person. It doesn't. It is not. None of this can be done. You know, individual heroism is not going to stop this. We need lots and lots of people in lots of places trying lots of things. Collectively, individually. You know, it has to be a massive collective effort in order to do it. So, yeah, I mean, obviously you need other people doing it. Like, of course Loserbox doesn't know shit about this, because he's never actually been part of any kind of social movement in his life.
Aaron Bushnell, or whoever else. And it's interesting that he said propagandists, because that might actually encompass the people that he's just spent the entire video calling genocide defenders.
Well, you are a genocide defender, Loserbox and Ethan.
I'm sorry, if you can understand how January 6th was an incitement to violence, Trump, despite him saying peacefully, patriotically, if you can understand how that whole speech, in all its context, is a call to violence.
Well, okay, the fact that he's needing to resort to analogy already undermines his fucking bullshit claim that this is an unambiguous call to violence. I mean, apart from everything, you also need to get into how you're defining violence, and Loserbox seems to have a very sliding scale about violence. Like, if somebody is talking about blocking roads that, you know, are used as arteries to transport weapons on, that's not, I mean, that would be an escalation from what's been going on, but it isn't violence.
Then you understand how this is as well.
I would say, I mean, I agree with everything he said.
Well, then, I mean, you really have no business complaining that somebody calls you a genocide supporter.
It's not subtle at all. And this guy...
He wasn't trying to be subtle. He wasn't fucking trying to be subtle. Like, the time to be subtle has passed. It's absolutely true what he's saying. Yeah, I second what Riveroon just said. Riveroon says some very good things.
Again, he sits here in his grandma's fucking extra bedroom. Okay? And
well, not everybody's got a fucking maid, Ethan.
He has the fucking audacity to be like, hey, it's time to escalate, guys. We know exactly where the people live. We know exactly where...
That's not what he said.
The weapons manufacturers are. The government work. We know exactly where they are. And guess what? Second Amendment...
He didn't say any of that stuff, and he also didn't say shit about the Second Amendment. What he said was that we're in the same country as those things. We're in the same country as the weapons manufacturers. We're in the country that's supplying them. We're in the country where all these propagandists are. He didn't say we know where they live. He didn't say any of that. Like, stop fucking lying, Ethan.
What are you waiting for? Go do it. Go be a revolutionary, Noah. Stop sitting there like a fucking bitch waiting for...
Like, if you knew anything about this, Ethan, you'd know that the whole point is it's not something one person can do.
For someone else to start it. Go. Do it, man. Please. Go fucking do it. Prove to us that you're so legit revolutionary.
Like, how the fuck... Motherfucker, you can't even bring yourself to call the genocide in Gaza a genocide, and you're spreading... Israeli propaganda, fucking bullshit talking points to justify it. You don't get to be in the conversation about who's revolutionary or not.
Oh, but again, the same thing with Hassan. Oh, I have to risk something material for myself? I can't go. Sorry. What
do you mean? Hassan's been to protests. There's been footage of him at protests. In fact, I know this because Ethan used some of that fucking footage. Protests at, campus protests that ended up being targeted by extreme violence from people who say very similar things to what Ethan likes to say.
Put out an appeal to my most psychotic followers, like let's say there's maybe 100 of them, like the most psychotic, unhinged followers, mentally unwell, and specifically put a target on my fucking head.
No, he didn't. He didn't do that.
And say it's time to escalate. We know where he lives.
No, he didn't. He didn't say any of this, motherfucker. Like, you don't. I mean, apart from everything else, you don't get to criticize Noah's editing when you make the mistake of showing us the full statement that he made. And then, like, 2 minutes later, you're just lying about something we've all seen.
I mean, this is psychotic. It's dangerous. It's psychotic. It's irresponsible. Hassan has platformed this video. He's spent 2 hours watching it. It's being paraded around. I mean, this is fucking insane.
I mean, that's irresponsible. Like, you are promoting fucking bullshit, debunked talking points, lynch mob propaganda about October 7th that has been debunked for over a year.
This is insane. It's insane. It's disgusting. It's insane. It's unforgivable.
Why didn't you talk about the substance of what he was saying, though, Ethan? Are we going to get to talk about the substance of it?
It's gross. I really don't even know what to say about it. I mean, that's kind of leaving me speechless on that one. Yeah.
Well, that would have been better.
He later on.
I mean, not for me. I need him to, like, have this fucking oral diarrhea that he has in order to make my content. But, I mean, I think the world would be better if Ethan were speechless more often.
After getting called out for that.
He didn't get called out for that.
He cut it out. Which, once again, proves what a fucking low...
Really? So, first of all, he didn't get called out. A genocide supporter drew attention to it. So, and if if it looked like something was going to be used to target me for mass reporting and possibly get my channel nuked, I might well do the same thing, especially when Loserbox has been kind enough to clip it and put it up on Twitter. So it is still up there, but it's not on the, it's not on the platform.
This guy has no integrity. He cut it out. Like, he won't stand on his business. What are you afraid of, dude?
Probably that there will be mass reporting from your fascist ass.
You're gonna get TOS? Stand on your shit, bro. You want someone to kill me? Okay.
No, he did not say that. Like, what the fuck? Ethan is managed. I mean, this is great. See, Ethan, you can tell that Ethan really cares about the people in Gaza. You can tell that because of how Ethan is making this entire fucking video and the entire fucking discussion about Gaza and the need to escalate, the movement against the genocide, to escalate methods in order to find something that actually makes it stop. And he's making it all about himself.
Stand on it, bro. You want someone to come fucking kill me? Stand on your shit.
Yeah, like, if he said that, Ethan, the thing you could do to really get him absolutely just bang to rights would be to show us that clip.
Why erase it now, fuck? Guess what? We saved it.
That is a really weird way to say fuck. It's like he said, it's like it's his nickname. Hey, fuck, how you doing?
I mean, this guy's legitimately should be on an FBI terrorist watch list.
Oh, motherfucker, you're... Okay, so... He says we need to escalate the movement, and you're trying to get him swatted here. See, if Ethan can say, like, that what Noah said there was trying to get him whacked, which it wasn't. It absolutely, very clearly wasn't. That's not what it's about. It's not, everything isn't all about you little shit. Then, like, Ethan saying this guy needs to be on an FBI watch list, that is way closer to just swatting somebody than anything that Noah has said.
Like, legitimately. In fact, I genuinely think this dude needs to be fucking tipped off to the FBI.
Like, you're literally... Wait, seriously, will you fucking snitch?
Because that is straight up. He's like, we need people to go bomb fucking...
No, he didn't say that! He literally did not say that.
Buildings, government buildings,
he
people. Like, There's no fucking
People living in the
mincing
West
words
have the
here.
most power over anyone else in the world to stop the genocide. We are living in the belly of the beast. We have direct geographical, physical access to the politicians, the propaganda.
He's saying kill the politicians.
No, he isn't. He absolutely is not saying that.
I mean, there's no way to even...
You, on the other hand, basically said, call the FBI on this guy and get him killed. Like, you actually did the thing that you're accusing him of, and you did it at the same time as you're accusing him of it.
He can't pretend that that's not what he's saying.
Yes, he can, because it's literally not. It's not even pretending. See, I mean, Ethan seems to have trouble with the difference between, like, reality and make-believe, but when you aren't saying something, and you say you're not saying something, then you're not pretending, Ethan.
He's saying we need to escalate. We know where they are. What is that?
That's not what he said.
Go.
Like,
handle business.
Yeah. I mean,
you know where they are.
The thing is,
work.
Like, let's be.
Like, I mean, notice how he's reversing it, because what Ethan said was, I mean, what Noah said was, we have more power because of where we are to stop this thing than anyone else in the world, because the weapons are made here, the decision to send the weapons is made here, etc. So we need to escalate. And, you know, we're in the same country as the people who are making those decisions and as the weapons. And we need to do more than what we've been doing. That's all he fucking said.
Even as generous as possible. He's saying, oh, go protest where they live, maybe he's saying.
Well, I mean, that would be an example of one thing that it would be an escalation.
However.
Yeah, so you just admitted you don't have a fucking point. The minute you admit that what he says could also mean go protest where they live, you know, or go do that thing that actually got a bunch of cabinet nominees in the first Trump administration to withdraw their names, and walk up to them when they're having dinner out and tell them what you think of them. Because they're so fucking thin-skinned, and it freaks them out when the people they claim to represent actually have a word with them. I mean, that can mean a million things. The minute you admit that it could mean a million things, and that it's not just, a fucking coded message, kill Ethan.
You know that there's crazy people in your audience that are hearing it exactly the way.
You mean, how about your audience, Ethan? You think there's nobody in there who isn't hearing you say, call the FBI on this guy, who isn't gonna, like, immediately call and try to get his ass swatted?
You know it sounds, which is go fucking do harm. Because these people are doing a genocide. I mean, what's worse than that?
Well, apparently pissing off Ethan Klein is worse than that.
Let me ask you this. I don't know the whole history of the show.
Who the hell is this guy, incidentally?
Everything, right? But have you ever, one of your enemies or your beefs on YouTube, have you ever said, like, to your followers, like, go show up at these people's house?
He literally just did. He said call the FBI on him. Like, just 2 minutes ago, you were there, motherfucker. What do you mean, have you ever? You just watched him do it.
Go protest out, or like go take action against them, like, but not threatening to kill somebody.
Nothing comes to mind, but of course that's something I
mean, what the fuck is this? Like, literally 2 minutes ago, he was talking about call the FBI on him. And now he's acting like, oh, I would never do that. Like, what the fuck? This guy is... That is impressively full of shit.
I don't want to flat out deny right off the bat.
Well, yeah, especially because you literally just did it. I mean...
But I think if I've ever done it, it's not like...
I think the lawyers usually say, I cannot recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, except that we all can recall because it happened 2 fucking minutes ago, fucking pet goblin man.
I can't recall, to be honest with you, Tom. But this is like...
Well, let me refresh your memory, Ethan. Fucking hell. Let me refresh your memory. Now I wish I'd written down the time code.
Do it, man. Please. Go fucking do it. Prove to us that you're so legit revolutionary. Insane. This is insane. It's insane. It's disgusting. It's insane. It's unforgivable. And It's gross. I really don't even know what to say about it. I mean, that's kind of leaves me speechless on that one. Yeah, he later, after getting called out for that, he cut it out. Which once again proves what a fucking low... This guy has no integrity. He cut it out. Like, he won't stand on his business.
Speaking of integrity...
Hey, stand on it, bro. You want someone to come... Guess what? We saved it. I mean, legitimately. In fact, I genuinely think this dude needs to be fucking tipped off to the FBI. Because that is straight up, he's like, we need people to go bomb fucking and attack buildings.
Like, he's literally giving them a script for what lies to tell the FBI about him. But...
I've never done anything collaborative with him. He says that because there's a few memes that I pulled from his subreddit. That someone should kill. There's a few talked about collaborative, which will get it word. Right now,
Oh, you're talking about you're talking about the NRA incident.
Yeah, this happened there. Stood there.
Wait. Okay, I skipped ahead too far.
Yeah. If I ever said something like, I think the closest I said is go to Ted Cruz houses and. Did we cut that part or did it make it in?
Well, I don't even know what you're referring to, bro.
I was super angry after what was the last mass shooting where the cops just stood there?
Uvalde.
Yeah, Uvalde. I was like fucking so livid about what happened there. And then they had a an NRA meeting in the like in this town next door.
Oh, you're talking about the NRA incident.
Yeah.
No, that would But you got in trouble for
I
that.
got busted. I own it. It's fine. I mean,
but my point of all that was you didn't do this.
Well, the thing is, I can tell you right now, I didn't mean what I said. I understand.
Well, you sounded like you meant what you said a minute ago when you were telling your fucking audience to tell the FBI that Noah Samsen has a fucking bomb plot, like he's the next Guy Fawkes or something.
That it was irresponsible. This guy means every fucking word.
Except that, as you pointed out, he didn't actually say that much. You're having to, like, write all this fucking headcanon fanfic bullshit in order to make it about yourself.
You know? It's disturbing. And again, his argument, which we'll get into, for wanting someone to come kill me...
He doesn't have an argument for wanting someone to come kill Ethan, because he's never advocated somebody coming to kill Ethan.
Is that I'm a, quote, collaborator with Destiny.
Oh, have you got a clip for us, Ethan? Can you show us where he says, you know, my main argument for why somebody should go and kill Ethan is that he's a collaborator with Destiny?
Someone I've almost not talked about at all. I've never done anything collaborative with him. He says that because there's a few memes that I pulled from his subreddit. That someone should kill me.
Well, no, it was actually quite a lot more than that. He dedicates a good deal of space to it. And he's never... God, is this what he's gonna do the whole time? Like, notice he's avoided discussing the substance of this at all. Like, he's not talking... Like, he cares so much about Gaza that Gaza got, like, 2.5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, literally did it and then acted like that would be so out of character for him to do.
Weapons companies and the supply chains that are facilitating this genocide. Protesting is great.
Yeah, notice all those other things that you keep on conveniently, like Loserbox left him out, Ethan, too. The supply chains and the weapons companies and stuff like that. Could it possibly be that he's talking about something other than, like, kicking Ethan's ass?
We should keep doing that. But also, you know, I feel like we have to be honest with ourselves. 17 months in, and what is protesting actually accomplished? Raising awareness, sure. Divestment, yeah, in some places. But really, politically, materially, nothing. Israel just killed the most children in its history.
Yeah, Loserbox leaves that out. And isn't it interesting that Ethan isn't talking about that bit? Like, Israel killed like 400 kids in one night. By way of contrast, in the entire year of 2023 up to October 6th, which was the deadliest year on record, you know, up until October 6th, before the genocide in Gaza started, It was already reported as the deadliest year on record for Palestinian children. They'd killed 103, something like that. It was less than 150, but above 100. In one fucking night, they killed several hundred.
Single night with total impunity, with a deafening silence among the Western media.
Yeah, like, I mean, Ethan is certainly not being deafeningly unsilent.
If we want this genocide to stop, it's time to escalate. That's all I'm saying. So anyway,
I'm waiting for you, man. The revolution's waiting on you, buddy.
It will be televised.
It will be monetized.
Yeah.
We're putting ads on these bitches.
The revolution will be monetized.
Absolutely, it will be.
Well, it's so fucking funny. It's so fucking, like, I mean, you're not gonna even say a word about the huge number of people who got killed in, like, I think it is the most people who have been murdered in a single 24-hour period since this thing started, and that's saying something. That is fucking saying something.
You think Noah's gonna not get comfy?
Yeah, I mean, wow, he's like fucking riffing on it. He doesn't even give a shit. Wow, I mean, you're totally beating the pro-genocide YouTuber rap there, Ethan.
This man wants to get out of Grandma's extra spare bedroom. Trust me on that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's really, I mean, it's a great look for a motherfucker who has a maid and a housekeeper and a nanny to be, like, having to go at somebody for allegedly living in his grandmother's spare room.
It's the Jack Doherty house.
This dude is sitting with that, like, straight up haunted 1950s furniture. Like, bro, what are you doing?
It's a fucking armoire, motherfucker. I believe there's probably a TV in that. Seriously, Ethan, I thought you were going to be, like, clearing your good name by showing how anti-genocide you are.
Holy shit. Yeah, but this is going too far. There's a pic of me and others. Mudahar. It was me, Mudahar, and Destiny in this one. Mudahar, who I've spoken with about this.
I'm not familiar with him.
I especially feel bad for because he is a practicing Muslim and he's part of a Muslim community.
So what? I mean, that does not... I mean, there are lots of practicing Muslims who are, in one way or another, complicit. Like, the governments of the Arab dictatorships in the region are full of practicing Muslims, and they're all fucking complicit. Like, the UAE, especially. Egypt, especially. Like, fucking Syria, increasingly. Yeah, you know, Jordan. So, like, what? If you're a practicing Muslim, that means you, like, by definition, are down with the Palestinians? Clearly not. Clearly not, because Egypt could try to force open the Rafah crossing and get aid in there. They're not doing it. They could. They're right there. It is their fucking crossing. They could extend their air defense umbrella a couple more kilometers to the north, so that Gaza becomes a no-fly zone. They won't even propose that because they don't want to. They work for Washington, and Washington wants Gaza to be murdered.
And he's accusing Mudahar of being pro-genocide for, like, basically saying he disagrees with Hassan promoting terrorist groups.
Is that what he said? Oh, we get link spam. Fuck off, like Bungalow.
And he you know, and the way these fucking white savior losers, man, they're like all the same. It's like he's weaponizing his own, like, religion against him, saying he's like a bad Muslim.
Wait, have we got a clip for this, or is this more like fucking Ethan fanfic?
The insinuation.
I don't want to be trapped in an island with Ethan Klein.
It's like, bro. He looks crazed, by the way.
Wow, isn't it interesting how you can make people look like shit if you pick the right freeze frame? I know, because my camera, my old one, when it was broken, it would pick random freeze frames for me, and I looked like shit in every single one of them. Like, yeah, you can. It is easy if you're on camera for any length of time in your day. there will definitely be a few pictures that make you look like a fucking goblin.
I don't know if you see that. His eyes. He looks kind of crazed.
Motherfucker, you got Hello Kitty pupils. Don't talk about people's eyes. You say fucking eyeballs by Sanrio.
Do mom and dad know what you film? Or does grandma know what you film in her extra bedroom, dude?
Hey, motherfucker, your maid is suing you.
I bet grandma's a pro at Israel. You know? Start with her. Let's escalate against grandma. You know?
Wait, so he's like literally, okay, he started out by slagging off Noah for supposedly making money off of videos. Something Ethan would never do. And now he's slagging off Noah for supposedly being broke? Like, which one is it? Which one is it, Ethan? Is he broke, or is he a fucking profiteer?
We don't know anything about it. We don't know.
Because I can't help thinking that this video is probably monetized. That we're watching here. You know, that is, where he's like he's made, the whole thing has been him making all of this about himself.
Sending the lasagna back.
Grandma out of this.
To warm it up. Because it wasn't pick them up out of them. But you think of me and others thumbnail saying sports genocide call for violence against us.
No, it didn't.
Really, Noah Samsen's a giant fucking pussy and calling for other people to commit acts of violence.
He did call for anyone to commit acts of violence. Like, you need to separate what is your fucking mental fanfic and what is reality, Ethan. He didn't call for acts of violence against anybody.
You waiting for, bro? This is the thing that I get it all the time with these pseudo-revolutionaries. They're just waiting for someone else to do it. Hey, man, the revolution, dude. It's time to escalate.
See, again, if Ethan knew the first thing about any of this, he would know that the whole point is it isn't just one person doing it. We all have to be doing it. It requires organizing, which requires people to talk about what their goals are and how they propose to achieve it. It absolutely has to be a collective conversation. It isn't just one guy doing things. Like, read a fucking book, Ethan.
Who wants to do it? Not me, of course.
You know what's funny? I was saying Jack Doherty. It reminds me of what you were saying. Like, he picks fights with these big dudes and then sends the security guards on him to fight his fight.
Yeah.
It's not like he's doing the same
Who's this?
thing. Like,
Yeah,
go ahead, guys.
pretty
Big
much.
security guards, go fight my fight.
What are you waiting for, bro? Go do it. Or you just want others to risk their lives while you actually live a cushy life off of a genocide. Sponsored.
Okay, so now he's doing a callback. Like, how much money did this video bring in for you? Let's see how many views did this bullshit get. 490,000 views. Oh, and look at this, chat. Look at this. Thank you to GameTime.co. Use code Ethan for sponsoring this episode. Teddy Fresh. Like he went off for like 10 whole minutes on how Ethan has an affiliate link in his description. I mean, how Noah has an affiliate link in his description, and he's got more than one affiliate link in his fucking description.
I mean, bro, you should either not monetize the video or donate this fucking...
Well, what are you donating from your affiliate revenues, Ethan?
Oh, shit. Wait, I think he's wanted for a crime. I think he is on the FBI most wanted list.
No!
That's him. We got him.
Yo!
Holy
Yeah, that doesn't even look like him, motherfucker.
shit. Somebody call the president.
It's in the eyes for sure.
Wait, what's the story with this?
It was like a police sketch, and it was just funny because it was just such a funny.
Well, hold on. I think the funny thing about this is that it led to the arrest of the guy.
Oh, it worked, and he did look like it. Oh wait, I think you're right.
It actually looked like the guy.
Yeah.
Like he was wrong. Like everyone makes fun of it being a shitty.
Yeah, and then when you see it, you're like, oh, that actually.
Yeah, this is him. Look.
Yeah, here. He got it.
Look, they fucking got him.
Like, okay, is he gonna talk
Political
about
speech? Doesn't it? It like gets very like kind of murky with that kind of stuff, right?
Well, I mean, political speech. What does that mean? I mean, you just can't lie. You can't be like.
Well, just like
you can't be like. I mean, you just can't lie. So, well, encapsulates how I. You can read the whole thing. on Twitter. I think he posted it. In the last couple of weeks, a YouTuber, Noah Samsen, has uploaded a few videos.
Okay, and let me just note, Mudahar, who I'm not familiar with at all, and I mean, I don't remember seeing all that much in the video about him, but his response is at the very least substantive. Like he says, as a Muslim, I've always supported my people. I've never talked about this topic with much political knowledge. That said, you don't need to be knowledgeable to stand against the injustices by the IDF. Journalists and civilians have recently been killed in a wave of attacks, ending a short-lived ceasefire. That is never okay. Like, that is better than any single thing we have ever heard Ethan say on this subject in this video or any other.
Videos labeling me as a genocide supporter in the title and thumbnail of the video. Today, my team sat down and watched them. We could not find a single clip of me supporting the Israeli government or any of its genocidal practices.
Now, notice again, Mudahar does actually say, I don't support the Israeli government or its genocidal practice. That is, again, more than Ethan has said this whole fucking time.
Normally, I'd not engage with this discourse, but this has affected my business and has bled into my personal life. As a Muslim, I have always supported my people, and I have never talked about this topic with much political knowledge. That said, you don't need to be knowledgeable to stand against the injustices by the IDF. Journalists and civilians have recently been killed in a wave of attacks, ending a short-lived ceasefire. That is never okay, and it needs to end, and I hope in my lifetime it does. In regards to Noah and his defamation, I never want to financially harm or bring a lawsuit to a creator, but slander like this is far too extreme and unchecked.
I mean...
At this time, we are exploring legal action against Noah for defamation.
The thing is, we're talking about public figures. If he actually provided clips to back up what he's saying, it would be absolutely foolhardy to bring a libel suit.
I think that's a wonderful statement. And it really, I feel...
it is a way better statement than yours, Ethan. Like, it absolutely kicks the ass of yours. I mean, because yours was just... like lying, and then you tried to get him swatted, and then you acted like that's something you'd never do, and then you went back to lying.
Encapsulates how I feel about it too. Like, I'd never want to sue someone for defamation, but like, at what point? It's like at what point?
If he sued Noah over this, he would end up paying Noah's fucking attorney fees.
Kind of fucking have to. You can't you can't let this shit slide. You know what I mean? I mean, this is like basically someone calling you a pedophile. Be like, yeah, no, Ethan's a pedophile. And then people in your life being like, yo, this guy's a pedophile.
Well, except that being a genocide supporter in the United States does not actually have any adverse consequences associated with it. In fact, being a genocide supporter actually is good for your career, which is probably why Ethan does it.
Like, it's like that. This is what he's doing. He's causing material, personal damages to us. He's lying blatantly about us in videos where it's completely unsupported claims. And
they're not unsupported, though. He supported them. Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you show where he's lying? Rather than, in fact, there's a reasonable chance that if anyone could sue anyone, what Ethan said about Noah and, supposedly trying to get him killed and all that, that would actually... Noah would have a case there.
Well, let me just say that it's not a threat, it's a promise. And that party's going to be getting started probably by the end of this week.
No, I'll just,
is that the whole thing?
I was saying this to you before the show, too. I'm far from a lawyer. I don't really know what I'm talking about.
I'm not surprised.
But when I heard you say that, in my mind, it's like, well, it's political speech, doesn't it? It gets very kind of murky with that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, it actually does. He is absolutely right there. Pure political speech is the most protected kind of speech under the First Amendment.
Well, I mean, political speech, what does that mean? I mean, you just can't lie. You can't be like...
Well, just
you can't be like George...
Can he argue that it's an opinion?
He doesn't present it as opinion.
Right. Well, and this is why I'm prompting you, because you gave me an explanation.
Well, yeah, I mean, and incidentally, you know who didn't present anything as an opinion? Fucking Ethan, who falsely accused Noah of putting a hit out on him.
I thought made sense.
Well,
and that your lawyer...
There are certain in defamation with public figures, it's tricky, right? Especially in California. There are certain things you can accuse people of that rise above to make it like actionable.
Oh, fucking hell, Rune. I am coming very late to the Ethan Klein bullshit hour. He joked that a music producer was a PDF file for 2 years straight, ruined the man's career and made him suicidal. Wow, yeah, Ethan, you have so many. You're a fucking centipede, man, in terms of the legs that you have to stand on here.
Wrongfully accusing someone of being a pedophile, a sex criminal, a murderer, shit like that, or a genocide supporter. Which is like one of the worst things you can be, right?
Sure.
So, well, you seem to be doing okay off of it.
Not only does it rise above like kind of regular discourse.
No, it doesn't.
You still can't lie. You can't.
Well, but he didn't lie. Like, I mean, unlike when you said that he was that he called for violence against you, he didn't lie. And unlike you, he actually had clips to back it up.
Like I mean, look at the title itself. YouTubers that back the genocide. That's just a statement of fact. You know?
Well, yeah, because it's a fact. You have backed the genocide. I mean, admittedly, you are so fucking cowardly that you pretend to be pro-Palestinian at the same time as mouthing every fucking Israeli talking point. But that does not actually acquit you of backing the genocide.
I mean, right. That's why you'll hear us hedging when we talk about stuff like, in my opinion. Allegedly.
You didn't say "in my opinion" or "allegedly" when you accused Noah of incitement to murder a minute ago, though. And you didn't say "in Minecraft" when you told your people to fucking swat him to the FBI.
He doesn't do any of that. Right. So and like.
Well, the thing is, you don't need allegedly when you're talking about literal things that a person said. When you can actually show them saying it, then there's no allegedly. You've got it on film. Because you, Ethan, put it up on the internet so we can all look at you saying these things. I mean, if what he's saying is so buck wild, why aren't you just showing the clips and showing why it's bullshit?
You know, the thing is, like, in this first video, he maliciously added Lonerbox after the fact.
Wait, there's nothing malicious about that. Lonerbox belongs on that list. He is a pro-genocide YouTuber.
Lonerbox made a video shitting on him, and then he added Lonerbox's picture to the thumbnail after the fact.
Wow, he added a picture to a thumbnail, chat. You know, this is the guy who cares so much about the mass murder going on in Gaza. That's why he's talking about that. You know, if you wanted to show that you're not a genocide supporter, the thing that you would do is to actually say, fuck that guy. Let's spend an hour talking about the genocide and talking about what people can do about it and what's going on and combating some of the lies that are being used to obfuscate what's going on. That's what you could do. And instead, this motherfucker makes it all about himself. Like, he completely ignores the bit where Noah says, you know, Israel murdered a record-breaking number of children in the past couple of nights. That would be a prompt to saying, yeah, that's horrible, or something. And he didn't say shit. Wow, he is a scumbag.
That's malice. That's actual malice.
No, it isn't. That's not what malice is. That's not what malice is in the legal sense.
That's real, actual malice.
No, it isn't.
You know, because like he did it in a retaliatory way.
That doesn't make it actual malice. I mean, because Lonerbox is a pro-genocide YouTuber.
Right. Because he was upset that he got pushed back, and so he added him to the list of...
Because he belongs on the fucking list.
Genocide supporters.
But he'll see. I mean, like, one of his first responses is, oh, Ethan didn't address any of the points. Don't worry.
Yeah, Ethan didn't address any of the points, though. Ethan literally did not address any of the fucking points.
Like I said, we're going to address every point in the most formal way possible, and you're going to get to read every single one. You're going to have a great opportunity to respond to it, too, and to really prove your point.
When, Ethan? Because, let me see. It's 2:35:29. We've been on this for, like, 25 minutes of this, of video time here. he has not addressed a single thing except to lie about some stuff Noah said. And to say, oh shit, Noah has affiliate links, so therefore he can't really care about Gaza. By the way, make sure to click on my affiliate links when you get Game Time, whatever that is.
And this time not to a bunch of fucking radical freaks online who just slop up this.
Oh, so he's not going to actually offer any rebuttal online, is what he's saying here?
Fucking pig feed. You're gonna have to actually explain it to an educated judge that actually.
Well, I mean, that's not how that works. He could get a jury trial. It's actually fairly standard. But the thing is, it wouldn't go to trial because he has protection under New York Times and Sullivan.
Knows something and isn't psychotic, so best of luck on that one, dude.
So, I mean, what Ethan just said is he is not going to address the substance of any of this.
Yeah, Mudahar said it pretty good here. And they said it very good. So that was that.
Oh, okay. And here he is promoting a lie about the protests that were going on in Gaza in the past few days. The protests that were going on in Gaza, if you actually read the placards and you listen to what they were saying, were directed against two main groups of people. One, Israel and its genocide, and the other is the Arab states, especially Egypt. But the way Israel has spun these things is as an anti-Hamas protest, which is just a straight-up lie. There was a good video on the Electronic Intifada YouTube channel talking about this. Let me just see if I can find it here. I'm going to drop the link in chat. But, so, there's, Ethan, you can see in the fucking freeze frame there, is just outright promoting the pro-Israel line. Because he's so pro-Palestinian, Ethan is. And with that, it is time to wrap up for tonight. Thank you to everyone who joined in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I will be back at 11:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time this coming Friday. Have a good evening. And wow, Ethan Klein can fuck right off. God. Fucking hell. Not a single attempt at, substantive discussion because he cares so much about the people in